Recently, we've had yet another rash of incredibly bad behavior on the part of some religious fundamentalists and religious extremists. One particular example is a church in Texas. I'm going to post a link down below. Starved a demon-possessed toddler and then attempted to resurrect him. Essentially, what they did was they starved a child for 25 days. And in an attempt to cure him of demon possession, and then to add insult to injury, they decided to try and resurrect the child, only to fail miserably. The child was then, found, but the parents and the congregation are nowhere to be seen. They all fled to Mexico because instead of actually facing the music and admitting that they failed, and the thing was, nobody did anything to stop this. Now they fled justice. They're fleeing prosecution. They're fleeing the law because they don't want to admit that they failed. Then we have another instance in the state of Tennessee, where the Tennessee House of Representatives passes a bill declaring the Christian Bible to be the official state book. Now, again, the problem with this is the separation of church and state, which is outlined pretty much in the First Amendment of the Constitution, where the state cannot recognize a religion, nor can they prohibit the free exercise thereof, which means the state or the government cannot have a pet religion like Christianity, Islam, Judaism, like some of the other countries do. And because they can't have a state religion, it also stands to logic that they can't have a state book like the Bible. Now, apparently, in an effort to make the Bible a state book, they're trying to say that we're going to base all of our laws on the Bible, on the Christian version of the Bible, which means, they're really going to clamp down on things like abortion rights, marriage equality, things like that. But I'm wondering, since this is Tennessee and since this is the South, are they going to clamp down on pork? Are they going to clamp down on divorce? Are they going to clamp down on adultery? Are they going to clamp down on, well, they might clamp down on adultery because, unless they themselves get caught, in which case they'll plead for mercy. But, are they going to go after things like shaving the corners of their head? Are they going to go after things like, women not being in public during menstruation? Or what? How are they going to enforce the laws of the Bible in regular life? That's what I'd like to see happen. But never mind that. These people are using a book and stating that it's the official state book, and it's a book that they can't really use because it's against the laws of the country. Which brings me to the point of this video. Sometimes I try to address my evangelical friends with this, and I very rarely get a response unless I specifically mention somebody. I'm not going to do that in this video because it's not really, it's not really my place. But this is something I will say. A lot of times when I've brought this to the attention of fundamentalists that I know of, that I'm in contact with, a lot of times they pull out the "they're not real Christians" card, which is a variation of the "no true Scotsman" fallacy, which Bionic Nance and others have tried to explain to folks so that way they stop using it. The "no true Scotsman" fallacy basically states that no real person of XYZ affiliation would ever engage in XYZ behavior. No true Scotsman never eats oatmeal on Wednesday. Well, I'm a Scotsman and I eat oatmeal on Wednesday. Well, no true Scotsman eats oatmeal on Wednesdays. It's a variation on that. So they'll say, well, real Christians don't engage in this kind of behavior when you're clearly seeing that they do. Maybe it's an extremist branch here. Maybe it's a branch that, is festered with ignorance and stupidity. But the problem with stating that these are not real Christians is that it's an attempt to distance themselves from the bad behavior of people within their faith, which can be quite embarrassing. And I kind of want to say this. When you tell people that these are not real Christians, what you're really saying is, we want to insult your intelligence, and we want to avoid being embarrassed by being associated with these people. And we really don't want to speak out against them directly, because if we do so, it makes us look bad and it makes Christianity look bad. The thing is, if you don't say anything about it, if you don't address these people's behaviors, it will continue to make you guys look bad. It will continue to make you guys look like a bunch of ignorant, dumb, red-necked morons. Just once, I would like to hear a conservative, fundamental, evangelical Christian state that these people are not only wrong, this is why the Bible states that they're wrong. And this is why they do not represent my Christianity accurately. Notice the terminology there. It's not that you're denying that they're Christians. It's not that you're denying that they're believers in your religion. But you're acknowledging that they're there. They're a part of you guys. But they don't accurately reflect the beliefs of a majority of people who follow the faith. Such as it is. Anyway, that was my feeble attempt of dealing with the No True Scotsman fallacy. I want to hear what you guys think. Feel free to leave comments down below. Read the article links. They're painful. And just make sure that you check out my Patreon page down below and my webcomic, Akumi Handmade Prince of the West. Links will be also down below. And, feel free to comment, rate, subscribe, and sponsor. Help me support my local economy. This is Dumac the Artist signing off. Slanchini Falcha. Have a nice day.